Smashing. And outwards.
Hallo.
Welcome back, everybody. It's a Sunday and we're doing the pre-stream. This is episode 192, Scuffed Epoch Live, with me, Drift Johnson. You can find us at scuffedepoch.com, or you can join us with the link in the description to join our Discord community. If you're watching live or you're watching later, welcome to the show. Like I say, I try to get on early on a Sunday. There's not always a lot of chance to put a notification out. So this is like a surprise show. So I doubt there's going to be many people around today. But that's okay, because we've got a lot of stuff to take a look at. We're showing some previews from my canny experiment with the version 0 of this model. And what I believe is going to be a good idea is actually to refine these captions. And the V1 is going to be really good. I can see the potential in this already. it's managed to condense a whole bunch of science fiction type imagery. So it's really interesting what it learned, and it seems like it's able to create these crazy characters, which this is drawing out from the model weights. So as I align the prompts and retrain, we're going to get less Transformers and Star Trek people. That would be bad. That would be bad captioning. God knows what happened here. But yeah, so we're going to be taking a look at that. I've also built a new app that's going to allow you to use Seedance, and we're going to add some features to that, hopefully. So that will be in the context engineering section. And pretty much I'm just getting ready for the show later, which will be at 8 p.m. That one's going to start, the main show will start 8 p.m. as usual. And I believe that is going to be in about 2 hours and 50... No, I'm looking at the wrong clock. That's going to be in about 4 hours time. So if this is early for you, wherever you are in the world right now, and you want to watch it live, don't worry, this is an early stream. We don't normally start this early. All right, so what are we going to do? These are my outputs from my current workflow, which is outpainting. So video outpainting. If we take a look at this here, it's you can see there's an arm flying through the air here, and it lands on the ground. And we've kind of got a leg instead, okay? Because it's canny. And I bet the prompt doesn't actually say an arm, all right? So we've got an arm has been cut off, and it's used that. You see, it's used the canny data to draw this weird leg. So you can see it in action, okay? It's really quite simple. You just pad out with black above the canny. So you take your canny layer, and you just pad the top and the bottom with black. I do think that these could be better. So I'm starting to think maybe doing like a pre-step to determine the best settings, because it does change between video inputs. But like I said, I tried to make your life easy. So we've got a new node called it says Zenaki. It's supposed to be Zenkai. I never renamed it. Zenkai Video Prompt V1. What it does is it puts the frames from a video, so you have folders full of videos which are captioned, So I've used the data set in this case. So we have the prompt and the video which matches. We put that in at 384 by 384. We pad it with, I'm going for 916 vertical here, but for example, we could switch it up and go for 16 to 9, go the other way. And then all I got to do is just switch these two values around. So if I put 384 here and 768 here, now it'll be a horizontal. Okay, so we'll queue one of those up. Like I said, it's canny, so it's going into Vase, and we're using Fusion X with 114B. I do have this is actually the output, by the way. That's the actual output. And then what I do is I hit it with a cathode ray effect, followed by interpolation with Rife 49. And then finally I use my video interlaced upscaler, which is just a cheap way of getting a retro look for your HD. The noise that we're adding, the film grain, it actually fluctuates over time to simulate old power systems. I don't know if you knew that, but in America it's 50 hertz, I think, and in the UK it's 60. So, we try to take that into account to get this natural SD grade, SD but at HD size. Oh my goodness, it's going to be doing this. We're obviously training it on clips from the Stellar Blade intro, which was fun. We did this on a live show last Sunday. And the idea isn't actually to make a Stellar Blade Laura, it's actually to take the aesthetic cues and make a much more general purpose science fiction model. Obviously more data would make it better, but I think at the moment it's captioning which is the main issue. All right, so that keeps us up to speed with the workflows. Oh, actually there is one more workflow I need to show you. I put it in the inside line section, which you can find on the Scuffed Epoch Discord. As you can see here is the workflow we're just looking at here, so you can grab that easily. It's also part of my DJZ nodes workflows. DJZ nodes is where you'll find those special nodes you need, and they should automatically update from manager. They are registered, but who knows what version they actually serve. Pick nightly is my advice. And then the DJZ workflows pack contains all of the workflows. You'll find it on my GitHub. It's pinned. For some reason, GitHub's not taking me there right now. There it is. DJZ workflows. You'll find them all in the WAN folder. So you'll look for the base model. For example, there's all of the different ones for that. So, moving on. We have another new workflow. A new challenger has entered the arena. This one is Ollama friendly. I've been testing it on a 4GB laptop. I believe you can just use it in CPU. So this is the nice thing about this. If I go to... He downloads it. Right, there it is. So if we now go into the Comfy UI real quick and just drag it in. This is my experimental workflow, which I just posted yesterday. I used this to caption the dataset. So, you know, the captions that we're using here, and the LoRa was trained based on those captions. There's a lot of weird Marvel stuff going on, and trucks. So I know that it's not perfect. It's still experimental. But let me tell you what it does. It loads a video from the directory with a project name. Okay. It then uses the name of the file to save the caption. So essentially you will end up with QuenVL, project name, caption, and then the name of the video, .text. Okay? Name of the clip, .text. Yeah. And then you obviously get the caption written inside of it. But the interesting thing that I've done here, aside from using Ollama rather than a QuenVL node, is I'm putting 4 images in which are taken from specific frames of that 3-second sequence, or 4-second clip, I think it is. So we have 0, 25, 50, 75. Because I wanted to address 2 problems with the previous way of doing things. First of all, the videos weren't 81 frames. Some of them were shorter, some of them are longer. So we've addressed that by making sure they're all 4 seconds minimum. Okay, we're trying to make them all 4 seconds exactly, or at least 3 seconds anyway. So, if I keep going here, trying to make sure they're all the right length. So then we wrap the result with a prefix and a suffix, and I spelt it wrong as well, so there's immediate room for improvement there. I've also included an agentic system prompt, but I'm still working on that. It's not actually in use because this is for adding an enhancement suffix without changing the original prompt. It doesn't really work very well. I've got a different approach for sorting this. But yeah, what it does is it actually looks at all 4 images and then tries to figure out what's happening. Sometimes it breaks and it says in image 1 this, in image 2 this, in image 3 this. So sometimes it doesn't quite understand the brief, but that's okay. I'm using silly instructions to make it work better anyway. So, but as you can see, it says images. Oh, that's not. Oh right, yeah, with something else. Okay. So yeah, my idea is basically to make the prompt better. At the moment, it's just describe the images in a single paragraph. Obviously, I'll make that a better instruction. But yeah, the idea is that this setup should be capable of looking at the frames in time and then understanding a temporal relationship. I just don't know if I have to use Claude instead of Ollama to do the... do you know what I mean? Because what I'm doing is I'm taking a basic output. I need to contend it with a more advanced strategy, and that's just a prompt and a system prompt, guys. Okay. So what are next? Well, we've checked this out now, so it's time to do the GitHub roundup. So let me see, what have I done since yesterday? Well, we made some nodes yesterday. In fact, wait, that says 7 hours. Let me just refresh that, because that can't be right. 7 hours? What the hell? Oh, I think it's because I pushed a couple of nodes from yesterday, maybe? Anyway, DJZ workflows, C-Dance API. This is the one we want. So this is a new app that I just built today, or yesterday. Yeah, today. So let's open her up. Open folder. We're going to go into my projects, please. Tools, new folder. It's going to be C Dance API. Okay. Now, it's one thing having this, it's another thing actually doing something with it. So I do intend to actually develop some new features into this thing. But at the moment, as is, I've done a couple of things. So Rev 0 is how it came out. That's what you get. Rev 1 is me fixing things. Okay? So main would just be more up to date. You know, it's the current development branch. I don't, you know what I mean? So I'm doing snapshots so that you can look at the result. The original prompt is right here. cdance dev team handoff.md. We're not going to read it. You can read it in your own time. It contains the full code needed to write a... Well, it had lots of issues because it's, by the way, just brief rundown. cdance Lite offers the best value at 0.18 per video. So we'll show you that in just a second. Let's build this thing. Someone talking to me right now. Oh. Someone trying to get me to play a GTA 5 police roleplay server. That's all right. I was a fire chief once. Okay. So if I go in here, CD space, cdance API. Wait, are we already there? Oh, okay. It's double up. That's fine. So let's just get the README and run through the installation together. It should be pretty simple. I'm just going to follow the same instructions you have. So npm install. Now we are going to need a FAL AI API key. And that's a pretty straightforward thing. Love it when you Google it and it tells you everything but the page where you actually go. Yeah, everything except that page. Google is absolutely whacked nowadays. Alright, sign in with GitHub. I don't know why it says post-processing Vignette, because I've never used this. I think sometimes it just shoves stuff up in your face. I've used that and it wasn't very good. Maybe there's a better way of using it. I'm not going to say it's bad. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I didn't have a good experience with that one. We did a lot of VO3 stuff about a month ago. And this new ByteDance, cdance V1 Lite image to video is pretty good. I put some results up in the thing, so we may as well just show those first. So as you can see here is the cdance API link in the inside line, and then there is a typical image to video output. Let's go full screen on it. For 20 cents, that's not bad. It's about 10 times cheaper than VO. And I mean VO2. It'd be even cheaper than VO3. So, well, hang on. 75 cents for VO3. It's not 10 times. It's not 10 times. Well, I suppose it depends what length you're going for. Because if you get to 10 seconds at 720p, it's 36. So then it's about half price. And there's no sound. But to be honest, does anybody else think that VO3 sound is corny? Let me know in the comments. It seems like it needs some work, is what I'm saying. You know, the more of it I see online, the more it just sounds a bit weird. Like it just needs a basic EQ and mastering. It's not even like, you know, it's okay, but I just think it's a bit unrefined. Hey, Full Dive Media, welcome to the show. So glad you can make it. Yeah, basically we are here doing the pre-stream. I'm just showing off my latest tool. We're just about to install it. I just need to grab an API key. So let's just grab an API key. We'll make another one. We'll call it cdance 2. cdance API 2. All right. Okay, so back to the tutorial. No. Right. So I'm going to do copy env example to env local. Env example is obviously the template to hold your thing. So if I now do this on the other screen real quick. Oi. We want to get env local. We want to open that with a notepad. And then the notepad's going to open where? Yep, it opened here. That's cool. All right. So I'll just grab my key. Copy that. Put it in. Boom. All right. Save that. And close it so it never gets seen ever again, ever. Except for when it shows my details. Full Dive says it sounds like it recorded in the studio with pro dubbing. Kind of not natural. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, even adding a little bit of static would actually make it sound better. Or like some like wind. You know, just anything, just some ambience in the background. Like, some of them are better than others. But anyway, it's kind of luck of the draw, isn't it? Right, so we've done our API. You didn't see it, but I already did it on the other screen. So we copied that, we edit the env local, and we put our API key from FAL right in there. Okay, so now let's do npm run dev. Because it's that fresh. Wait, what? Oh no! I've got problems. This is my problem. This isn't your problem. I have Node.js 18.7. My computer's got the wrong version of Node.js. Come on, man. Right, so what's this say here? npm install. Right, okay. I think I might have to do that real quick, guys. Uh-oh. So this is where Claude's going to come in clutch and save me. Claude! Okay, when installing my app, I have the wrong Next.js Node version. Because I don't really develop with Next.js much. Node version. It's preventing install. Help. I do love LLMs. They're so good. I can go and do something else now and not even have to worry about it. It's nice. I don't know why people think that like it's going to be a problem, you know? I think it's actually just going to save you so much time. And it's like boring, you know, how many times did I need to type out HTML doc type? Come on. We need to start being big boys. Pull our big boy pants up. So let me see. Upgrade Node.js. That's what we're going to do. See, I don't need to do it. Downgrade it. That's stupid. We're obviously going to do option 1. Alternative. No. Run. Right then, we're going to debug Node because it's the wrong version. Didn't see that coming. Nope. NVM. What? How the hell have I got 1.2.2? That doesn't sound right. Is that okay, is it? Alright. Just didn't seem right. So yeah, I should be able to just switch to the correct version. So I don't know why it didn't just do that. Yeah. Go. This is when it crashes and gets really interesting. Hopefully we just pass. Ah, Mr. Super Fake Name. It's because you're here lurking. Yeah, I blame Mr. Super Fake Name. So we're going to say use 20.19. Now using it. Cool. Can we get back to our installation now? Yeah, good. Whoa, see, my NPM version is 10.8 now. I don't know why, but I had 1 point something. I thought that looked weird. Am I right? Yeah. Yeah, clean the cache, my guys. Good stuff. I've also got a brand new app I want to show off, but I don't know if it's like, because it's so experimental. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to make it work yet. It's funny. It's like, I got this idea. I know what I want it to do, but it's kind of like, it's in flux right now. I might show you. And I don't mean the flux model, I mean in literal flux. Oh yeah, I've got to reinstall it, of course. Yeah, you're in the wrong folder, yeah. Okay, now npm run dev. You're in the wrong folder! Why did he drop down? You're in the wrong folder, you idiot. Go into the... Yes. It is fun to watch them do it. Okay, it's running. All right, put it in plan mode to stop him. Because otherwise he'll, like, take over. Put him in plan mode, right? Get rid of this. And then open up the thing. Yes. Okay. Are we going to get my app? Or is it going to be a dick? I'm not seeing nothing yet. Oh! Hey, it worked. Okay, so this would be my second local web UI for doing a FAL API. Okay, so let's just grab an image. Let's get this guy. Ah, image file must be less than 10 megabytes. Son of a bitch. I'm going to take that restriction off. I don't even know why it's there. We have some images which I can use. I'm going to have to clean out the downloads folder, guys. Too much here. Oof. Right. Okay, I'm going to have to go into... I know what to do. Why am I messing around in there? We need to go into DJZ nodes, funnily enough, because all of my best stuff is like racked up in the DJZ nodes. The media that you don't get with my packs is like where you would put your stuff. So if I go into control prompts, probably we've got the latest Sharona v4 with all of her control net maps and everything. So what I can do is just grab a couple. Let's get one of these. That'll be a good one. All right, we'll go with that. Okay. So I'll say a woman wearing an orange fur outfit is doing a morning stretching routine. Morning stretching routine. She is surrounded... Oh, a woman with white hair, I should say. It's obvious, but with white hair... Say short white hair. Short white hair, wearing an orange fur outfit. Helps to spell outfit correctly. Is doing a morning stretching routine. She is surrounded by ancient ruins of a long lost civilization. And we'll say, let's say 10 seconds for fun. We can do fixed camera position, but to be honest, I don't bother with that. Because I don't care. But it is an option, right? So we send the thing off. If we have a look in the log, we should be able to see it working. Let's see. No, it's not. There it is here. So I'm used to seeing a response. It hasn't errored though, so I think it is working. It's just weird. Normally the difference between this one and the VO3 one is I made a gallery this time. So when you get generations, you'll have a history, which is something I didn't have last time. I think because I made it 10 seconds. I mean, it does take time to make it. It's not instant or anything. I wonder, could I just put it onto 5? Can I just queue up another one? I've never tried that. No. You need to do it one at a time. That means I need to implement a queue. Ooh, because the trouble is, right, what it does is it makes a request and then it sits there and waits. Do you know what I mean? For it to come back. And it's just literally checking, is it back yet? Is it back yet? Is it back yet? And then when it comes back, it saves it. So I might have broken that. I might have broken it. See, if you're patient and you just do one, it works, but I've got an error here. So let's say attempt video generation failed. Yeah, but that's because I already had a job. So what I'll do is I'll go over to file, because I can debug this just by looking on file, and say requests, usage, and it should show that I've just done. I don't see anything from today. How about today? Apply. There is no end date. This thing is scuffed. What the hell, man? All right, so it is currently the 6th of July. It's not really telling me times, so I can't tell. Isn't that fun? Well, it's at 11 right now. It's at 11 right now, so if I just restart it. Let's just do standing on one leg. Walking towards the camera, maybe. Holding a flower. Right. A woman in an... I'm not going to be so crazy with the prompt this time. A woman in an orange outfit is holding a flower. It has an enhancer anyway, as far as I'm aware. Woman in an orange outfit. What's up? Ah! It's not good, is it? That's not good, is it? So where are the bugs at? This is supposed to be in development mode. Where's all the output? Okay. Well, that's annoying. I wanted to add stuff to it, not fix it. So what's wrong with it then? I wonder if it's because it's missing files. It didn't. No, I'm pretty sure I uploaded everything. All right. Okay. I have stopped the server. It seems there is an issue where we cannot queue multiple requests for generation with the API interface, web interface. Currently, we must wait for the generation, the API response, for the API response to arrive in order to save the generated video proper. Okay, so basically making, if the user requests a generation while waiting for one to be returned, we can use a queue system. Let's see what he has to say about that. Just ask for it. He knows what it is. So, yeah, I need a queue system, blah, blah, blah. He's going to look at the thing. Because the thing is, if that breaks it, that's, like, bad. Because what you're going to do, put a warning. I mean, you could always, you could lock the button out until it gets a response, so you can't click it. And I think that's how it was, so... But the fact that you can break it means you don't get the... Because, look, I don't mind burning 16 cents every time I test it, but when I put it out, it needs to be working, because otherwise... Because the thing about an API request is there's no... Do you know what I mean? If you send an API request and the tool you have is broken, the video just doesn't come back. Do you know what I mean? Well, it does come back, but it doesn't get saved, and there's no way to get it. If you go on a lot of the sites, Replicate's quite good with it, but even they, when you use an API key and you're doing it all yourself, they won't log the responses. It's up to you. So if you're sort of like, if it's broken, you lose. And part of the development is we'll spend like 10-20 bucks on wasted gens to get the damn thing to actually work, because how else do you test it? You just have to burn the 18 cents and get no video, but get closer to it working. See, ideally what I want to do is I want to have post processors off the gallery. And to be honest, I don't even need a generation web UI for that. I could just have like a video, you open up videos and do stuff to them, right? So, because it's kind of like irrelevant where the video came from, really. But yeah, anyway, let's see if we can implement a queue, which is nice. So users can queue multiple requests without waiting, blah, 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 blah. Because at the moment, it's a weakness. There is no queue management, Yeah, and it's weird as well. It was streaming the response yesterday, so I don't know why it's not doing that now. It's very strange. Pending process completed. See, that's what we want. We need a handler. And it is just as simple as asking for it, which is nice. Before we'd have to be like, oh man, I got to go and find the best framework. Which one? Google. Which framework is best? Google. What is the best WordPress plugin? Now it's like you just build your own WordPress, make your own plugins, or convert them, reverse engineer WordPress plugins into your system. There's another one. Don't show this again. VS Code trying to be all important. How we doing? Via video.ts. This thing works so fast. So crazy. Alright, let me just move my laptop over here real quick. 3 mice on this desk, dudes. It's getting out of control. Alright. Come on, wake up. See, I got a VS Code here with a project and I need to upload it. I mean, it kind of works. It kind of works. Let me see. Do I already have a GitHub for this? Let me see. What the hell's going on here? Yeah. Sure, upload it. It was in the middle of an upload. Alright, let's go back and repos. And I'm going to want... Yeah, it's not here. It doesn't even have a repo yet. I think I called it... What did I call the project again? It's like 0A2A. Zero A2A. Yeah. So this is a prototype. It's not actually... it's intended for being... I'm trying... Oh, wait. What did I just... Where did I just type? Oh, my God. It's actually... Is it active here? Wait. Oh my God, it actually was. I hate that. It moves focus around and then you're typing in a completely different place. So annoying. Right, 0A2A. So Google wrote a protocol and then they gave it away, everyone. And I'm pleased to say that I've built it. Now, the weird thing is, right, we're building their tool and then adapting it for what we want to use it for, but it's kind of weird because it has its own land graph, and what I'm thinking is that this could replace... So I've got a land graph server already, which is built custom, right? And what I'm thinking is that I like selective breeding them and then use the child as my new land graph server. So it'll have A2A, but it'll also have all the zero vector stuff. That's the plan. Yeah. So, but I want to show you, this is the raw 0A2A artifact. We'll have a look at the GitHub as well because it's just coding right now. It's a good time to show it off. So we're going to say A2A. No, not that. And this is really cool. Okay. So, video intro in 8 minutes. Wow, let's watch it, but without the sound. So anyway, guys, I'm a white guy. No, I'm not going to watch it. You can watch it at your own leisure. But it is an open standard designed to create seamless communication and collaboration between AI agents. In a world where agents are built using diverse frameworks and different vendors, A2A provides a common language, breaking down silos and fostering interoperability. Now it says here, build with ADK or any framework. I don't know what ADK is, so we better go and have a look at that as well. Equip with MCP, which we've got loads of. We've built loads of those. And then communicate with A2A to remote agents, local agents, and humans. Now, this really interests me. So what I did was I extracted the Python tutorial for the quick start, right? And then I built a Python. Yeah, that's what this is that I'm uploading right now. Origin, baby. Okay, put it on MIT and create. Now, it's very nice of Google to donate this to us, but essentially you have the setup where we clone their source code and set up the environment. It's a virtual environment. Where's the next page? Christ, look at this. There's no link. Wait, there it is. Blind. So you need to define what it can do. So this is a new one. I haven't, like, this is interesting, right? So remember how my agents like self-create? They're like self-spawning and self-defining and self-creating and all this. But here, agent skill has it has an ID for its skill, which is new. You see what I mean? So this one's skill is Hello World. The name returns Hello World. Description just returns Hello World. Yeah. Basic, right? So here's the public facing agent card, right? It's really cool what they're trying to do. So the agent card is how a client discovers an agent and learns how to interact with them. What I'm thinking is if I put a bunch of my agents up on this system, they should be discoverable somehow, and then anyone can use them, which is beautiful, right? So the core logic of how it does its responses, we've got async, def execute, async def cancel. Now remember, if you're not a coder, you can just plug this straight into the chat, you know? So you don't need to, it's just nice to see, you've got to like grasp what it's doing. So like you have an agent, we have an executor, I think that's pretty much it. So we're going to do the Hello World server setup right here. This is the whole thing that I'm working on at the moment, getting this running, right? And the thing that's a bit confusing about it is, where's the AI, guys? You know what I mean? Like the thing that's interesting about this is, what's it connecting to? You see what I mean? Select the entire page. Yeah, that's what I did, Mr. Super Fake Name. As I said at the beginning, I extracted all of these pages into an original document, which I used with deep research. And I did it twice, just like I've been showing everybody lately. Come on, Claude, wake up. Wake up being the operative word. So let's see, A2A protocol server implementation. So let's see what I did. Here's the A2A tutorial, which is all of that text from that web page. The attached document, A2A tutorial.md, explains how to create agent-to-agent protocol server to allow cross-communication between LLMs and agentic workflows. We can use deep research in combination with the instructions to create a detailed plan, including full code and all required instructions to build a fully working production-ready Python implementation. Nice. Additional SDK reference can be found here, so I even gave him a little bit more juice, because that's context engineering, baby. Alright, so off he went, he did his best. He took an hour to look at, he actually did 600 sources in 2 minutes, but then he ruminated on it for another 48. So by the end of it, we have a comprehensive production-ready implementation plan, which is included in the repo, if I can find it. Where's it gone? It's included in the repo right here. No, wait. Different one. I'm uploading it now. This is the other one. Different one. Same, but different. It'll be in the docs file. It'll be in the docs folder of the other repo. Yeah. And it'll be like, it'll be, what's it called here? Zero. Oh, it's in the chat, guys. Is that it? No, that's Mars. See, now I'm trying to find it again. No, that's the text-to-speech. That's also text-to-speech. How have I lost it? It's on a different window, isn't it? Here we go. There we go. So as you can see, it's enterprise grade. I actually had to prompt MVP. You have Claude Pro sub. Yes. It's that, do you know what? The Claude Pro sub is actually more valuable than the API. Coming from someone who's just spent £500 on it this month, I prefer the chat. Even though the API is essential, you need it for work. It's funny. But yeah, so anyway, blah, 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 blah. If you do this full plan, it's way more than what I've actually got working. You know, the plan is all-encompassing. It's got so much to it. I actually told him a bunch of times, like, oh, actually, I don't need the performance optimization yet. I don't need the GitHub Actions yet. I don't need Kubernetes. I don't even need the Docker. I don't need the end-to-end. You know what I mean? I don't need, like, almost, I reckon 25%. I don't need Prometheus, you know. I just went for the MVP. Yeah, sub's way cheaper, and you can get a lot done. It's just more awkward. I prefer the API though, 100%. But yeah, the sub's way cheaper than the API. And to be fair, mate, the max sub is cheaper than the API. For the amount of work I've been doing, if this continues, I probably will get max just to save money. You know? That's the funny thing. Like at first I was like, oh, there's no way I'm spending that much every month. And then I look at my the costs for the company this month and I'm like, actually, if I had Max, I probably could have. But Max doesn't give you API though. It's not like you still have to pay API stuff, don't you? Tell me, Mr. Super Fake Name, do you still have to pay for API separately in VS Code, or do they give you a cool API with a Max? I bet they don't. But I'm prepared to be wrong. Okay. So anyway, that was the plan. He's like, no. Yeah. So let's have a look at the agent development kit, because I must admit, this has completely got past me. Look at this. The agent development kit? ADK? Sounds like a rapper. Multi-agent architecture. Wait, this is all my stuff, but better. I might have to like upgrade Zero Vector to use more advanced stuff. I don't know. So multi-agent system, mass, LLM agents, workflow agents. Yep, that's yep. And then custom agents. Okay, so this is good, but there's no persona anything. They're all just flat, faceless machines. Yeah, workflow org. This is where I was up to. Workflow agents as orchestrators. So yeah, to execute sub-agents one after another in the order they're listed. I don't like how rigid this is, because my approach is extremely dynamic to the point where it doesn't even define any of this stuff. Like it. I really hope this isn't an example of development hell. Look, they've even got human in the loop pattern here, bro. Look, there's like, it's weird though, because I do it with no code. Like, I'm assuming that this is better than what I'm doing to be charitable out of respect, right? For, you know, they know more than me. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're more talented at development than I am, is where I'm coming from. Like a place of respect. And what I'm thinking is, yeah, sure, my thing works, but it probably doesn't work as well as this would. But is that actually correct though? Because all my stuff's holographic. It projects and converges and you get your answer, which I think is the same thing, but I don't need to do all this code, right? Because I'm still doing the same thing. I got human approval. I think it's even called human approval workflow, actually. Well, how old is this? It's probably been out forever. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Let's check out the GitHub. Oh, it's only a couple of days old. That can't be right. When did this... Come on, commits. I want to know when they started this project. Where do I get the first commit? The first commit. Show me the commits. What? Right, it's taking me off on a wild goose chase. No, I'm sure there's a button for it. I mean, the oldest thing is 2 months ago. 3 months ago. License. Okay. And usually that gets added when they create the repo. Don't know for sure, but as a guess, 3 months. So maybe this came out just before my birthday. Okay. It's cool though. Define a single agent. Define a multi-agent. Evaluate agents. Okay. I kind of like this. Because it's what I've been doing, but there's no memory component here. Which is weird because Gemini has memory. Gemini Code has memory. Oh, hang on. Someone's saying, Klein, you have to use API with Sonnet, but with ProSub, you get Claude Code. Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot I could use Claude Code and use my ProSub. Thank you, Miss. I forgot. It's because I had problems with node installation. Nice. Yeah. I need to get on that. I will save so much money. Yeah. All right. And I know how to make Claude Code do exactly what I want with the context engineered plans as well. You can run Claude Code in VS Code. Yeah, I know. I've done it. I've done it on stream like months ago when it came out. What are we going to do? So look at this. For remote agent to agent, ADK integrates with A2A. See this example for how they can work together. MCP without framework, MCP, A2A MCP. Oh my god. Airbnb planner. Oh my god, it's so like, oh. Sorry guys. Oh, that hit me pretty hard. So what they're trying to do is sell Airbnb. So what we're doing isn't that. I just thought I'd just like little aside, just a little aside, you know what I mean? Like this isn't what we do. We don't do this. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. Like I said, I'm trying to be the Airbnb planner. Well, look, I guess it's an example, right? Okay, we got a land graph example. That's interesting. What? VO? How the hell is there a VO? Okay, interesting. A2A. Why does it say without framework? Without, is that A2A? Okay. So one's with, one's without. So leveraging model context protocols, standardizing mechanism. Oh yeah, did we actually fix this in the end? Should we see if we fix this first before I get like down another rabbit hole here? Oh, we got a queue! Oh, boys. We might have done it. Right, let's take... She's looking around. The woman is looking around. A woman with white hair is looking around. Yep. It's fine. 5 seconds. Go. Oh! Video generation failed immediately? Yikes. But why? Format error. What? Request failed. Oh, this is great. It was working on my laptop. Do you know what? I feel like you little shit. Excuse me. Basically, it's I can't believe it. It's literally working on my laptop. What's the difference? Gaslighting again. Let me just get rid of this. I just want to see this be broken on the other machine real quick, guys. We're going to do a switch. Because it's like, what on earth? Where's that thing? No, not that one. Whatever, man. It's being Windows. It's being Windows right now. Oh, stop looking at my password. What? What are you talking about? Let me in. It's like it's got too many passwords. Okay, right. So here it is. It's running, right? I knew it. I knew it. There was the first thing that popped up on the screen was work. Stupid. Right. Where's the UI? Here's the UI. Right. This obviously doesn't even have the you know, it doesn't even have the queue stuff. But I should be able to put. There she is. And I'll say a woman with white hair is standing in front of a coastline. Okay, we ask for the video. We go back to the code. Not that one, that one. Look at it go. This is the thing I hate about AI right now. He cheats to make it work, and then when you upload the project, it's missing something. Like, what did you do? And I think what it is if we look at the project, right? The problem with Next.js is it installs to a file. Here, let me go bigger. So it installs the project to here, look, right? This is your actual Next front end. So I think that part of what's going on here is that AI is actually editing stuff after installation, right? So then when you install it, none of those edits come with it. And so I think the way to do it is to actually build this and distribute, because the source code is ropey, right? Because he cheated, you see. He didn't actually do it properly. He edited the files after the fact and then didn't include that in the installation. So now it's not, you know what I mean? It doesn't reproduce, which is an interesting one I haven't seen before. It's almost like having a zip file, right? But you have to edit it after you unzip it. So when I give you the zip and I don't tell you what to do, it doesn't work, does it? But the AI is unzipping it and doing the thing without telling you. It's just doing it. And this is what I'm noticing. You can see the edits. I can't pull them up. It's too awkward. But I'm sure other people have found this. They've also seen stuff like, you read the comments in the code, he'll say stuff like, oh, I'm applying this hack so I can pass all the line tests. He's been caught red-handed so many times now, cheating. And it'll work, but when you distribute, the other person doesn't have the little, I mean, you could call it a hotfix, right? Or a patch. Like, you got the file, but you didn't get the patch and it's broken. It's kind of nasty. Don't like that. Don't like that. Let's shut this down as well. It's been going too long. Right. So we should now have an output. So if I go to output, no, public videos. There we go. We've got a new one. Let's see. Is that from today though? Yeah, it says here. Oh yeah, of course the clock's wrong, guys. The clock on this machine is fried. So here is the result. Not bad. And again. Okay. So, you know, this works, right? But again, when we come across to here, it doesn't. I gotta love it, dude. Right, so hang on, get API queue. Look, it's not done nothing. Did we get it? Nope. Do we have a queue? Show the queue. Nothing. Yeah, I don't know what it's done. Oh, he screwed me. Look, he's still compiled. API videos save. Yeah, that was me looking at the menu. It's not actually done anything. Look, get queue, get queue, get queue, forever. There's nothing there though. Okay. We are endlessly using get, and the generation job is not being created or posted. I mean, I don't want to use terms just in case he's broken it so bad I don't even know what he's done. What did you do? You madman. Right, meanwhile, I'm going to start uploading this while it's doing that, because it's like, you know, I don't like to just do one thing. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, we're doing okay for timer. We're an hour in. We've almost covered all of the main stuff, which is nice. Let's see what we got here. So back to projects. A to A. So what's going on? Move generation processing to client side. What was he doing? What the heck? Hang on, I love reading this. It's so good. People say you can't learn, and I say you don't learn if you don't read. So the problem is queue manager process next. When it tries to save the video, it's making a fetch to API from the server, but the server can't make fetch requests. Yeah, this doesn't work, right? You probably get banned from FAL. Get requests are working, yeah. Generate not being, yeah. This fails because save response await fetch, which it's not. It's not correct. So remove the fetch to API save. Import and use file manager or absolute URL. I think option 1. So let him just do option 1. Okay, now on this side. I need to grab all these files, but not the env, and sling that one on this repo, and then I can get my laptop out of the way. Now, I did want to do a bunch of music stuff lately, guys, and there is a reason why we didn't actually go back to it, and it's because I've got extreme latency in FL Studio right now, and I don't know why. So I need to fix that. Like, I'm sure that it didn't have a second of latency. Like, it kind of always has. Like, but I know it doesn't, that's not a thing. So I don't know why it's doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, in fact, should we just ask Cloud? Hey, Cloud. We'll ask him. Happy Sunday. So, I have a problem with FL Studio where I experience extreme latency. of over 1 second when pushing a button, you know, when using, for example, a keyboard, you know, like a piano, even with the built-in keyboard, even with the built-in keyboard, it's impossible to use. Because it's like, you know, it's one thing being able to play the piano, it's another thing being able to play it on a 1 second delay. Well, I'm not a genius like what what am I? You know, I'm not Mozart. I don't sit there, you know, I need to be able to hear the sounds when they happen, actually, thanks. So I'm a little bit like, what? Maybe there's some crazy setting I can enable, which I haven't enabled. That's probably what it was. I didn't do that. I don't remember changing the audio device to ASIO for all, and I'm sure that I did that in the past, so I just forgot what that was. All right. That's something worth trying. Yeah, we can do the thing then. Oh no, he's about to be an idiot. Whew. That was quick. Whew. Yeah, the AI has a habit of just starting 1 billion servers on new API ports, on new port ranges. He's like, oh, there's already a server running. I'll just make another one. You got to watch out for that. You'll get like 10 of them running if you're not careful. npm run dev. I wonder why you're not in the right folder. God, let me just... Idiot. Right, see. Ooh. Right. Now you can run your command. Oh my God, you Somebody clip that. I'm like, let me help you be in the right folder there. So he immediately, and he was going to run npm run dev. So I'm like, well, you're in the wrong bloody folder, so it's going to fail again, yeah? So I put him in the right folder, let him run the command. What did he do? He dropped back down and failed again. Listen, mate, you're trying my patience today. Look, see, doesn't work, right? Oh my God, what kind of a command was that? Oh my God, it's driving me nuts. Okay, I will lose my mind one day. There we go. Was that so difficult? Right, resume. Oh no. Right, cancel. He's going to keep doing it. The server is running. You must start it from the correct path. You big monkey. It's still polling the thing. It's still not fixed as well. Correct path. And I hope he doesn't take that as a directive. Let's see if he took that as a directive or as a correction to what he's doing. If he starts to run another server. You say you fixed it, but we'll see about that. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Refresh. We're back. We're going to take... Birds are flying around. Okay, so... many cranes are flying in the sky above the woman. Simple stuff. How are we doing? Broken. Straight away broken. Immediately broken. Format error. Libfoul client libq manager not found. That's great. Have we got anything else? No? Okay. Any errors? No. So, oh, well, at least it said failed. Do you know what I mean? At least it actually failed. That's progress, in my opinion. But the request isn't working at all. Right, I'm going to refresh his memory. This is an interesting thing as well. You can refresh their memory. So what we're going to do I'm going to be like, you do know what we're doing, right? So I'm going to say here, foul sedans. Now, obviously, by the way, guys, you can make your entire life much, much easier by just using the playground, which just works, okay? You don't need my app. You can just come here and use it direct. But I want to build some extras into my app, which aren't here, which is why I'm building my thing. But as you can see, all I've done is replicate this with an API. That's all. So yeah, worth pointing out. I will put a link in the inside line for that, because I actually recommend use this, because my tool is whip. Okay. You know, same credentials and all. So, you know, you want to use this. Obviously, we want to have to... Oh, it's taking me to the wrong... Why is it in a different folder? Go away. How annoying is that? It's being Windows again. But anyway, here's the request. We're going to move on because so many side quests. So, yeah, this didn't work. So, how about we take a look at that? Are you kidding me? Yep. There's no issues. There's nothing to tell me there's anything wrong with it. How are we getting a 404 from DevTools, which is fun? I reckon he failed to install them. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to give him a refresher, right? And so the way I give him the refresher is I go to the API page and make sure I'm on JavaScript, and I basically just copy all this. Copy it all and say, we need to refresh your memory on the correct format, the correct formats and parameters. Yeah, parameters. The parameters. Because I think he's forgotten what we're doing. I think he's lost in the source. Because the generation isn't working. Bottom line. I'm tempted to build the one on my laptop. I reckon all it is when I was working in development mode, it hasn't built some changes, and so then they haven't been included. Oh, we're out of cache, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of cache. I'll have to top that one up then. Is today the day? Is today the day when we run out of cache? Oh no! Used all the credits. Okay. $1.19 in service fees. Taxes not applicable. Somehow. Alright, we're back in business. Let's get this laptop out of the way. Who's done? Oh, it's not actually uploaded. Stupid. Just going to delete some PyCache. Let's see, PyCache, delete. My God, there's a lot of PyCache. Damn. It's like half the project is just PyCache. Man, they don't half like making everything complicated, do they? It's amazing to look at. It's like the most convoluted system. You went full American accent with parameters, yeah, parameters. Yeah, so go for it. Okay. Right. So anyway, I mean, let's see if we can get this fixed. I think. Does an alternate YouTube channel with a fake American accent for fun. That's up my street, that is. Thing is, you'd know it wasn't real. Or would ya? Or would ya? Yeah, it's got the wrong freaking API request, you dummy. Yeah, okay, I think we found out what's going on. A load of changes haven't been kept. Yeah, look. What? What's going on? So you actually look through all the code and it's like, it makes sense, but it's wrong. See, I'm not sure about these. I'm not sure about some of this stuff. How annoying, though. You know what I mean? How annoying. Hey, I tell you what we could do, though. When I upload this, we'll be able to do it. Oh, no, we won't. We won't be able to compare it because the changes weren't in the repo for some reason. I think it edited the node modules or that SRC folder, like the one that you don't upload with next, the .next folder. I think he edited that. But it's not continuously. Okay, where's that website gone? Hey, we got him. Right. So we'll take a random image. That one will do. And we'll say a woman. What? Wimon? A whammon. A whammon is walking in ancient ruins. I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. I just want to see the response at this point. It's added to queue. Says it's failed already. That's usually a good sign. Yep, failed already. Good stuff. No errors. Well, I mean, there's this. Unauthorized. Ah, right. Doesn't really tell me anything. Doesn't really tell me anything, guys, if I'm being honest. Error what though? Access to the path, system 32, ggml tiny.bin is denied. Ooh. So Careless Whisper's got problems as well. Strange. I don't know why it's not allowed to use the ggml, and then to be fair, I didn't even know it goes in system 32. It probably shouldn't be there, but what do I know? I'll have to find out. So authentication needs a fix. Okay, let me just double check something quick off screen here, because I got a funny feeling. Did it overwrite my API key? Nope. So you know what he's going to do now, don't you? He's going to go and start showing my API key to the world. He's going to dox me next, because look, he's starting to sniff around authentication. Yeah. Look. Oh. Wait, what? Change foul key secret to foul key. What? But it works on my... Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. The constant gaslighting. What's going on here? So if I take a look at the one I've got on my laptop, what does it use? It uses foul _key _ secret. So what are we using here? Change it to this, but then update the proxy. Ah, too late. Time to cancel the key. Thanks, guys. What a show. Every time. Fucking, do you know what? It blows my mind. Don't scroll up. Be careful. Be careful. Yeah, we just doxed my API key. So I've now deleted it. But, like, guys, what the hell? Yeah, just like... Burned. Yeah. I just got burned, basically, by the root cause analysis. It's like, could you, like, encrypt them or something? Just anything. Just anything would be fine. Oh, my God. Well, it's not going to work now because I've burnt the key, but, yeah, that's enough of that. Disgrace. So while it's pissing around trying to tell the world all my secrets, I'm going to get A2A open because my A2A is out. However, it's, like I said, work in progress. So can we go to my GitHub though, please? I'm not just wanting to look at this GitHub forever. Thank you very much. My God, man. Windows? That's my general expression for the state of computing. Windows. You can smile while you're saying it as well. Enjoy it. Here we go. So 0 A to A. All right, here we go. And we will go open folder, and it's going to be A to A. That's not even in the right place. That's my bad. Try again. A to A to A. Alpha. Git clone. I bet it'll happen again now. Now I'm getting paranoid about it because it's like, you know, you really need those sorts of things to actually work. We're back in Python now. We're going to retreat to my happy place and hope that it works. Yeah. Oh my God. See, the funny thing is, I don't see any. Okay, well, we're just going to do it. Git clone. Go into 0 A to A. Good. Do a VNV. It's probably the wrong version of Python. And then activate it. I don't like pip install -e for the record, but we're still fully whip here. I meant that. Sorry guys, I meant that. I knew that. Right. I'm just blindly copying to make sure that if you do it, it works or not. I'm also going to add heavily under construction to the repo because it's not stable. Okay, say unstable, burnt to a crisp, work in progress. It's best I can do. Okay. Enterprise grade, burnt to a crisp. All right. So yeah, look at this. I knew it. I knew it. Wrong version of Python. Okay. More side quests. So what we're going to do, we're going to say modify this command to install a 3.12.9. Oh, 3.12.11. Okay, bloody hell. No, just 12. Python. And then we can edit the README. because obviously that's going to make the default version of what you actually have on your computer. Yeah, there we go. It's probably going to complain it doesn't even have that now, but we'll do our best. So, deactivate. Yeah, deactivate. And then delete it. Yeah. And do the new command. Hold up. What did you just tell me to do? That doesn't work. Yeah, it's because I don't actually have 312 installed. This is beautiful. Yeah, so my system Python is 3.10, but I use 3.12.9 in Comfy UI because it's a portable environment. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Doesn't work, Claude. You're letting me down. Yeah, that's what I thought. I got 3.10.11. If it's not installed, you have to do this. I'm on Windows though. So you can do winget install. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, get ready with the Hons. Okay, so if I go here, oh, get out of the way, I'm doing stuff. Right. If you do not have, yeah. Installed. There. And I'll say come on, bro. No, that's got to be inside the bash. Okay, fine. Just Windows. Okay. A little bit more complicated than usual, but my fault. Oh, still not doing it. You're still not doing it? Let's try it with Python. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't understand what the hell I'm talking about. Are you still giving me weird commands? Yeah, this doesn't work. What are you doing, Claude? I'm tempted to get PyEnv. Go to Python, add Python to path, yes. No. Yeah. It's telling me to do all the exact same stuff. Hang on. Terminal caching, maybe. No. Worth a try. What happens when you type Python version? Well, it does Python 3.10. Because I don't want to change my system Python right now. I'm actually kind of happy with Python 3.10. So, you know, we've got a problem where it wants me to install Python 3.12. This was supposed to be nice and comfortable Python time. What happened? I guess it's like now I have to make a decision. Do I want to upgrade my entire system Python to 3.12? No. Oh. Alright, I'm going to go with option B, which is probably a bad idea, but, you know, considering that it's befuddling me right now, how about we say our current project requires Python 3.12. However, the system is running Python 3.10. Now, normally I would just install 3.12 and be done with it. But now you got me curious. We can make this project work with older Python. Downgrade it. Yeah. I've never tried that before. Downgrade. Downgrade the project. It's kind of funny. Like, what are you even asking for? Just downgrade it. So what? I built it on 3.12. Make it work with 3.10. Just do it. I'm starting to get a little flippant because he's like, you know, causing me all kinds of, you know what I mean? All kinds of snakes. We're just hitting snakes today. All snakes and no ladders. Meanwhile, the bloody thing works over here and I didn't have to change anything. So clearly something funky is up, and so now my priority is finding out what it is. So as a researcher, I don't care that it worked or it didn't work. What I'm seeing is squirrely behavior. So now I want to find out if I can nail down what it's doing. Because it seems like he's cheating by doing things that don't get... so when you install, obviously it's installing all the dependencies, right? You copied the code and then you install the dependencies. When you run it, it should be the same, but it's not. And that makes me think that post-install, the AI is rewriting files and then they don't get saved to the repo when you've finished. I can't figure out exactly how he's doing it. My suspicion is he might be actually editing the Node modules, guys. I don't know if that's the case. With Node, anyway. With this one, I don't even know what. But then this is a completely different project. Completely different problem. So are you going to get on with it? No code changes. Yeah, just go. Just do it. Yeah. Just do it, bro. Come on then. What was that? That was a steam. We don't care about that right now. Okay, go. It doesn't even work. That's the funny thing. It's a work in progress anyway, but you know what I mean? Oh, you got to download the project. I mean, as it turns out, it was just this and and maybe another few references, but still. It's kind of funny that it blocked the install. Oh, I guess there's a way around that problem then. Yeah. Remember, guys, if you see a bunch of this stuff, it's got nothing to do. Like, this is all like comfy Google Colab. Don't care about any of that. It's fine. It's junk. System Python junk. And that's usually why I don't like to use my System Python when I'm creating that VNV, but I suppose I've only got one on here right now. I don't know. I use too many different computers. That's my problem. Yes, that's what I want. Everything failed. So let's see, what do we got here? Debug mode, login confirmed, logger, ASC, middleware, weather agent. Yeah, there's a weather agent. He's... Stop using Linux. We're on Windows right now. I might have to change to Linux, guys. It's getting... For the amount of times I've seen it type and. Yep. Updated black target from Pi 312 to Pi 310. Yes, they did actually change it in a bunch of different places. And it's fine, as far as I can tell. Now remember, this is like work in progress. You can't really... It's kind of hard to even explain what this does, but essentially it's a protocol for allowing agents to talk to each other. So if I had multiple servers running my agent personas and whatnot, it should be able to do that. The issue is that these don't seem to be model agnostic. These seem to be tied to Gemini or something. So that's the one thing I haven't really figured out yet. So we're going to do a bit of reading. So Landgraph agent with A2A. So this demonstrates how a currency conversion agent built with Landgraph and exposed through A2A. It showcases conversational interactions with support for multi-turn dialogue and streaming responses. Okay. So we have the A2A client, the A2A server, the Landgraph agent, and the Frankfurter API. I don't know what the hell. I guess... Is that for the currency conversion, I guess? Must be. So A2A client says task. That hits the server, which forwards the query to the agent, which then gets the exchange rate tool from Frankfurter and returns the data, processes it and returns it, and responds with currency information. How is all this? See, I get that bit. That's cool. Incomplete. It didn't have enough information, so he asked for more information, and then so this is like the questionnaire functionality. He asks you some questions, and then and then with streaming, he'll say, I'm looking it up, I'm processing it, here's your answer. This is actually pretty cool. If you're using a Gemini, but if you're using Olama, so it's nice. It's model agnostic. It's everything I was doing, but better and without memory. So all I have to do is build this and add my memory system back in again. I think that's what it looks like to me. And I could probably do that by just a mutation evolution prompt, where we have both projects in the same folder, but I have to actually build them to a working state. Otherwise, it's not complete. And that's why when they give you a container image, it's no good to me. I need to be able to completely rewrite everything and then make my own image later, if I even want to do that. Because to be honest, I feel like it's fine for these guys because they're finished. Do you know what I mean? They built their thing. It's ready, right? There's just so much code going on though, you know, like Zero Vector was probably one of the biggest projects that I've done myself solo, since all of the AI coding became like practical. And if I'm being honest, like this is bigger than this thing's bigger than my entire thing. I mean each repo. So like, what is it? Where is the A2A I was using? Was I using A2A JS? I forget. I think I was using A2A Python. Yeah. A2A looks a lot older though. but it's not. It's actually 3 months old as well. Huh. Because the thing is, I would rather use, if there is an open standard for this, I'd rather use that than be making some weird thing that no one even understands what I'm doing. You know what I mean? A2A Python SDK, that's what I need. Just use UV add. Do you know, it would be nice. I'd love to use UV, but you didn't tell us to use UV in the other, so now you've got incompatible approaches in your tutorials. Yikes. Ah, it's okay, we got pip. Alright, cool. We can use pip, and then we've got some examples. Man, this is going to take some extreme deep research to get this to work, man. I feel like I'm trying to breed an elephant or a goat. This isn't enough either. Open folder. New folder. What is it? ADK. Yeah. Alpha. Okay. What? Just do it. What was it complaining about? So far, so good, guys. So far, so good. Oh no, I jinxed it. Probably while it's messing around with all this stuff, it's a good idea to introduce some recent projects that actually work that we built this week. So the first obviously would be the new DJZ Stellar LoRa, which is in V0. V0 means we haven't even captioned it properly yet. So the fact that it even gets anything that looks good is pretty nice. Let's just go back. Okay, so obviously we did angle, we did a whole bunch of different models, all aimed at WAN 14B, hopefully to be used with Vase. I find they work best with Vase. So, last thing we're going to do is we're going to take some of these dance stuff and put a little video together. So, let me see. So we've got this open. Let's just make notes.text and save that there, and then we can go back to that A2A nonsense. And let's do this properly. Enough of this nonsense, right? I don't want to do A2A. It's not A2A. I've gotten stuck on the wrong page somehow. It's ADK. ADK. Yes. ADK Python. We can do. I love it. We can do. It sounds dumb. I don't know why. We can do deep research. I'm sure there's a better name. Like we can perform. We can complete. We can. You know what I mean? Execute deep research. But for some reason, do just sounds like do. I don't know why. We can do deep research. I don't know what it is. It just seems like lazy speech. I don't know, like got. You know the word got? If you ever use the word got, you should probably change it to a different word. Just there's always a better word than got. It's apparently the laziest word in the English language. I got, you got, we got, they got. But that's like every verb. we can do deep research to provide our development team with the full code and all required instructions to complete the fully working. I'm going to use the same things as I always do. Fully working. The production ready was a nice one. Production ready build of. Okay, so in theory, yeah. Okay, next line. We can write the plan into a document named ADK Python dev handoff oof.md. Oh no! I forgot to hit deep research. What a twat. Let's try that one more time. Just ditch this one. Just ditch it, mate. Nope. Yep, just ditch it. It's dead. There's not even any point. It'll probably do a really good job, but we need the deep research. Okay. So yeah, what I'm going to do, obviously, is get all of the plans and all of the prototypes and then load up my zero vector system and say, look at my vector system. It stores memories and personas. Look at the ADK system and the A2A system. You know, evolve zero vector to incorporate the logic of both the ADK and the A2A. It's going to be a bit of a heist, I won't lie, but I think it'll work. So, and that's pretty much the long and short of that. So now we need to go to my outputs folder. Why? Windows. That's why. Windows is why. Windows is the reason. Okay. So where's the Euclid fix? How many have we got? We've got 30 videos. I don't know if that's enough. Let's have a look and see. They're all in the wrong aspect ratio as well. All the way around. Extremely flexible. It's not the best music that's playing right now. Doesn't really fit, but oh well, I don't know actually. Maybe it does fit a little bit. Whoa! They love that move. See, what I need to do is just generate more. What are they doing? Yeah, it might be that it's too early to make the video. Because really what we need is more video. Whoa! What was that? That was a crazy dance move. See, every now and then it's just normal. And then occasionally they'll like, I don't know, they'll like pop out of their own spines. What? The non-Euclidean dance troupe. Still get a bit of cauliflower every now and then, but as long as they keep moving, it's hard to notice. Because I was thinking you could put these as 3 strips and you could have like 3 the same, 3 different, a pattern, and then have like effects running on top of that. Time it all to the music. I need to generate more of them though. I wonder if it's worth generating some in widescreen format instead as well. Yeah, we've already seen these. Right. So yeah, too early to do this. Need more clips. This used to be like a spare tab. Uh-oh, it's taken over. Well, that's the pre-stream done, basically. I was just trying to see if there was anything that I forgot to wrap up. I think we covered all the pre-stream content. So yeah, we'll be back 8 o'clock, which is in roughly about 2 hours time. So look forward to seeing some of you then. Thanks for watching. I'll be back in a bit.